Okay. We better get started. Come find your mat. Stand on your mat. Get this going for us. We're actually going to start with weights. So whatever light pair of weights you're using, again, mine are, well, these are 2.5 plates. Something pretty light. We'll return to this, but I wanted to also warm up with it. So weights just front of your thighs, and very slowly you're going to fold at the hip and reach the weights down or your hands down to the floor, and then come right back up. And do it a few times, just that bottom half. Lower down for about a count of 4, and then come back up. So this is your welcome into Triple B today. You can have a little bend, definitely have a little bend behind the knee, and just a few times down and up into this forward fold, but it's a continuous motion. Keep the hands or your weights brushing right in front of the thighs down to the shin. We're going all the way to the floor today to tap as we just gently waken the body and warm it up. Good morning, Janelle. Do one more time like this for me. Saying good morning to our hamstrings. And then I want you to stay in an upright position and take the arms all the way up towards the sky. So just straight up here. Have the feet about hip distance apart. Press down through the feet. Little squeeze in the glutes. And then can you lift up like half an inch taller? Keep reaching. Shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. Now bend at the elbows so that the hands come to about the line at the elbows behind your back. And notice what's happening with the elbows. Do they like to sway a lot out to the side? Today the work is squeeze them in. So the weights are just providing a little bit of resistance if you're using them here. And then also I want you to notice what's happening in the rest of the body. I pretty easily start to dump into my low back, if you will. So more push through the feet, tailbone down towards the floor. We're working on opening in the shoulders and upper back here is what we're doing. One more breath, just holding here. And then straighten the arms and lower the arms down by your side. Okay, this becomes our warm-up then. Going down into your forward fold. And then up. Take the arms all the way up to the sky. And it's slow. We're not trying to speed this up. Bend at the elbow. Think elbows straight up towards the sky. Keep squeezing them in towards each other here. Hold on to it for another count. And then straighten the arms. And lower them down to your legs. Straight arms the whole way. We do it one more time here. Lower down, forward fold. Think long back, long legs. Come upright. Stretch the arms all the way up to the sky. Bend at the elbow. Forearms straight, elbows up to the sky. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other even though they want to splay out to the side. You guys look great here. Straighten the arms and lower down. Engage the abdomen as you lower the arms down. Okay, we get to do a little more of that later. I just wanted to get the body moving, thinking about things. Set the weights off to the side. Stand at the back of your mat. Lift the arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, and then walk the hands forward to downward facing dog. In down dog, pedal out the feet, shake your head a little yes and no. Set your knees to the mat in all fours and do a few rounds of cat and cow. I've taken a compilation of what we're doing here in Triple B today to hopefully benefit What's been happening on the mat in the other yoga classes this week? Go back to downward facing dog. I've done a lot of shoulder, chest work, so we'll see that reinforced here. Come forward to plank. All of that needs some good, strong abdominals as well. Core strength, glutes on fire for us. Stay here at the top of your plank, squeeze in the glutes, lengthen the tailbone, tone the belly, look a little forward rather than down. We can do this. Today, everything is twisty mountain climbers. Take your right knee towards your left elbow, step it back, vice versa, step it back, right to the left, step it back, left knee to the right elbow, step it back. Go downward facing dog. Twist underneath your body. Take the right hand towards the left side and look under. Set your right hand down. Take your left hand towards the right side. Twist under and set it down. Today we're going for lunges rather than the two-step squat here. Step your right foot forward into your low lunge. Add a twist. Set the hand down, step it all the way back. Step your left foot forward, left arm high for your twist. Set the hand down, step it back. Bend your knees to walk your hands back to your feet. We're giving ourselves a pause and a half lift today. Extend from the hips out to the crown of the head. Forward fold. Stand all the way up and reach the arms to the sky. I'm not worried about speeding up the movement today. We're going to keep it more towards the pace that we might in an asana class. Walk it out to downward facing dog. And look for the details in the work today. Come forward to plank pose. Hold here. Continue to hold your plank or add one push-up, down and up. And then it's your 4 twisty mountain climbers, taking the knees to the opposite elbow. Stretch back to downward facing dog. The twist here, you're working balance and stability, right hand to the left side. Set it down, left hand to the right side. Set it down. Low lunge, step your right foot through. Right arm high. Untwist, set the right foot back. Step your left foot through for low lunge. Left arm to the sky, twist. Good, set it down, step back. Walk your hands to your feet. Half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. Okay, one more time, forward fold. Walk the hands out. Dog pose first. Come forward to plank. Hold your plank or now add 2 push-ups. 4 mountain climbers. Down dog twist. Take right hand to the left. And this can always be a little shorter stride, especially if you have tighter hamstrings to get you into that twist. And then step the right foot forward to your low lunge. Right hand up to the sky. Set it down, step the foot back. Step the left foot forward, left arm high. Good, set it down, step it back. And walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. And bring palms together, center of the chest. Take a moment here, keep the hands there, or you can change them over heart and belly. Just kind of feel yourself. Give yourself that extra intention, the mantra for why you came to the mat today. I'm working with head up, heart open all month. Use it as much as it works for you. Okay, and then release. Come to stand in the center of your mat and take your legs wide apart. I'm going to show you this combination without weights, and then we'll have the choice to pick them up if we want. We start arms extended, legs wide. Turn your right toes out. And this is just triangle pose. Reach as far as you can to the right. Right arm down, left arm up. Stand back up and bend the front knee for warrior two. So we are doing triangle, warrior two, and then to warrior three. Watch me for a second. Look over your right hand, pick up the back heel, and take the left hand to the right. Launch off of your front leg and lift the left leg into the air for warrior three. Almost as soon as you get there, you'll step back and sweep open. Okay? Continue without weights, or this is why I said light weights today. Pick one up in each hand and add it in. Wide-legged stance, arms straight out. I want you to think straight arms the whole time. Little bend in the elbow, quite fine. Arms no higher than the height of the shoulders. Turn the right foot out. Triangle pose, hinge from the hip. Right arm down, left arm up. You'll immediately realize, oh, that's why they should be pretty light. And then come back up. This is strong core work here. Bend the right knee for warrior two. Lift the back heel, swing the back arm to the front for a high lunge, and it goes right into warrior three. Lift the back leg up one time. Set the right foot down, come open wide. Okay, you're gonna find your own pace here. You switch sides, left foot out. Go to triangle pose. It's about a breath and a half once you reach the full pose for you, and then change, warrior two. Change, high lunge, arms forward. Warrior three, lift the back leg. Set it down, come across your center. Ready? We keep going. Right toes out, triangle pose. Stay engaged with your breath. Come back upright, do warrior two, bend the front knee. Lift the back heel, keeping the back arm straight the whole time, transition it forward. And then warrior three, listen up here, warrior three. You're gonna tap the foot down and then lift it back up to know that you're on round two. Set the foot down, come across your center. Star pose. Woo, second side. Remember, maintain your form over the response to want to hold something heavy. Warrior two. Pick up the back heel, rotate. Warrior three. You lift the back leg for one. Tap it down. Lift it again. That's 2 rounds. Tap it down, star pose. Can you keep the arms straight the whole time? We've got one more here, triangle pose. It's getting harder in my breath. How about you guys? Maintain. Deep inhale, deep exhale. You go to warrior two. You go to your lunge. Warrior three. So you're going to have 2 taps this time. Tap the foot down and lift. Tap the foot down and lift. Star pose, come across the center. Okay, we've got this. Last round, last side. Triangle pose to the left. Come upright. Warrior two. Keep the back arm straight even as it swings down and around. Lift up, that's 1. Tap the foot down, lift again, that's 2. Tap the foot down, lift again, that's 3. Star pose. Release the arms down, wide-legged forward fold. While you're there, gently set your weights down. Wide-legged forward fold. Let your fingertips touch the ground. Bend your knees to the degree necessary for you to make that work. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands to the hips. Come all the way upright to stand. Heel toe your feet in. Shake it out. Whew, right? Come to your mat in all fours. We're going to think about shoulder rotation, mobility, and stability in this next little bit here. So in all fours, I want you to imagine how long can I get from the line of my hips to the line of the shoulders. Try to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And then this is much like cow position, but like you're only trying to do cow in the top half of your spine. So you're going to keep your belly, mid, lower ribs really strong and engaged in the back side of the body. But squeeze the tips of the shoulder blades in towards each other so that your heart, your chest descends a little bit down to the mat. And then pull the chest through and lift your head up, heart open. From that position, tuck your toes and press into downward facing dog. So it's already that chest a little down position as you get here into downward facing dog. This is slow, subtle movements. Lower the knees back down to the mat and then arch your back like you're doing cat pose. So we want to keep the shrug that happens of the shoulders for cat pose and descend the heart again down towards the mat and then look up a little bit. We do it again, downward facing dog. If you feel like you're not getting all the details, don't worry about it. Do the best we can. Set your knees back down. Come to a neutral position. And then one more time, not cat back, but shrug the shoulders towards the ears for long side body. Get a little more engaged in the belly. I hope that's slightly different than when you do cat back. A little more belly engagement perhaps. Squeeze the tips of the shoulder blades in so that the chest goes lower to the floor. And again, lift the chin to pull the chest through. Tuck the toes under and stretch to downward facing dog. Helps us with stability at the same time that we're working mobility. Okay, knees down, child's pose. Take the right arm under the left for twisted child's pose. Stretch through the front of the shoulder there. Extend the right arm out. Take the left arm underneath you. Twisted child's pose. And extend the left arm out in front of you. Okay, this time it's forearm plank. So down on the forearms, elbows only as wide as the shoulders, hands palms down and straight ahead. Try to point your middle finger to the top of your mat. Extend your legs back. Stay on your toes or stay on your knees here. We have a plank hold. Still chin up. Look a little forward. Don't let the butt lift high. Bring it about as high as the shoulders. Squeeze in, lengthen tailbone, tone belly, all the same things. You're here holding for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees down. Come up to your hands. Stretch again to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet in a standing forward fold. Hands to the hips, point the elbows to the sky and stand all the way back up. Okay, we'll revisit that work a little bit later. Pick up your weights again. This goes back to what we did at the very beginning of class in that warm-up. So you're standing feet about hip distance apart, a little bit of space for your mountain pose. Tone the abdomen here. Keep the legs mostly straight, little bend behind the knees, and take it into a forward fold. Think constant movement now here. As soon as you hit down, come back up to standing. Keep the arms straight and lift them overhead. Bend at the elbows, taking hands to the height of your elbows and trying to squeeze the elbows in towards the center of the body. Straighten the arms and lower down. We've got 3 more. Forward fold and stand. Arms straight up to the sky. So yes, tricep extension here, but more, I'm thinking about shoulders. Don't let those elbows sway out to the side. Keep it hugged in. It'll affect and make you work in the abdomen as well. 3rd time's a charm, lower down. Come back up. Straight arms all the way to the sky. Feel how that changes how you hold your weight. Bend at the elbow. Straighten the arm. Arms straight the whole time as you lower down. We've got 1 more here. Forward fold. Come back up. Straight arms to the sky. Triceps. Straighten. Lower the hands all the way down. Bend at the knees, set the weights back down. I'm hoping that the weights and that little bit of contrast is going to help us as we go back down to the mat here. Come back to your forearm plank. Another hold for forearm plank would be to clasp the hands together. A little easier that way. If it works for you, try to keep the hands apart, as wide as the elbows, forearms locked down to the mat. Come up, forearm plank. And then here's the work. Look forward, chin forward. Walk the toes as close as you can to the elbows while lifting your seat into the air. Walk the feet back into your full length of plank. As you walk the feet in towards the elbows, it wants to do that cat back rounding. Let it do it for, say, the first 2 or 3 little steps in, and then can you try to pull more in towards that cow shape? So think about what we just did in all fours. Continually walk your feet forward and back. You're getting into dolphin and then into forearm plank. But you're also trying to utilize that thought of long side body, but soft open heart. Engage in the abdomen. A couple more times here. Do it at your own pace. Walk the feet in. Keep pressing forearms down. Think about what you were doing when you were standing and having to control that weight. We've got this. One more time, everyone. Shoulders over the elbows the whole time. Try not to let them go more forward than that. And then you get to go knees down. Wrap your hands back to the feet. So now the shoulders get to round forward. Give yourself a break. Find you, find your breath. How's it feeling? How does it work with the intention that brought you to the yoga mat today? Lift your torso upright so you're sitting back on your heels. Twist to look over your right shoulder and twist to look over your left shoulder. Okay, one last big set for us. It's all core focused. Watch me first. Watch me for the whole round because it becomes one of those at your own pace kind of things. We're gonna lie down. Place the hands under the seat. And I use my forearms here, much like I just did, to press in and give myself an easy lift. We're going to be taking the legs cross, 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 cross. And then you'll use those hands underneath you to propel you up. Flip over. And it's those crisscross, crisscross mountain climbers. You have to flip over again. Hands to one side, feet to the other side. You can hold like this or extend and crunch. Extend and crunch. We do it to both sides. So this is a circuit. You're doing all 3 of those, about 8 counts each time. We're just gonna keep going. Last big blast, okay? Lie down. Think about an 8 count each time. Give yourself the extra support. Hands under your butt. Push into the hands to lift head and shoulders up and engage. Legs up. Ready, go. Cross, 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 cross. Push into the hands to lift you up. Flip over as quickly as we can into plank and then go. Mountain climbers, 8 times. Knees down, flip again. It's oblique crunches here is what we're thinking about, side to side. We do a version of this often in my yoga hour classes. Lie down on your back that I call cosmic abs, yeah? Little lift of the head and shoulders, and you do the cross in the legs. No exact counts here. We're moving together, but on our own time. Over to plank, you add the cross mountain climbers, about 8. You sit down, oblique, ab crunch. Hold or move with it. Think cosmic abs, but more in and out. Lie down. Don't go so fast that you forget form. Put form over quickness. Plank pose. Mountain climbers. Sit down. Oblique. It's like a twisty boat. Row, row, row. Keep going. You've got this, friends. From the back. And part of the whole beauty of the work is flipping back and forth, sitting up, lying down. Teaching ourselves the agility of how to move safely in between. Where's your breath with this? Feel free to exhale out through the mouth. Give it a few cooling breaths. I saw this on a friend that I grew up with, his personal training, little social media. He wants us all to TikTok it. I don't look at TikTok, but right with all the millennials, let's go. Gets our brains working in the morning, right? Finish one more round. You've got this. It's the last big ask. One more round. Finish with me lying down on your back. All the way down, knees to your chest. Nicely done. Hug it in. Legs straight up towards the sky. Flex your feet. Arms overhead. Change the hands to try to touch your toes, so lift your head and shoulders off of the mat. To press mid to low back down into the mat, even as you try to lift your shoulders. Head up. Hold it here. And then fold the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a tighter squeeze and hug. Can you hold not just hands to the front of your shins, but again, lift head and shoulders and try to wrap the entire forearm to the front of the shin so you're holding onto your elbows and squeeze in as tight as possible. Release. Take the hands out to a T shape. Lower both knees over to the right. Supine twist. Tell yourself this is the cool down. This is the stretch. This is the important part that lets the whole rest of the class take shape in your body. Knees over to the left side. Bring it back into the center. Hold just your right leg. Set the sole of the left foot down to the mat and stretch your right leg straight up towards the sky. Hold anywhere along the line of the leg. Find a nice little stretch for yourself here. Cross the right ankle over the left knee, point the knee out to the side, and pull the left leg in. So you can thread the arms through here. If you'd like to go towards a flying pigeon pose, extend the left leg back out, and it's again a little curl and lift of the head and shoulders off of the mat. Then everything comes back, 2 feet to the mat. Give it a pause, give it a breath. Left ankle over the right knee, point the knee out to the side. Pull the right leg in. Again, start by hugging behind the right thigh. Stay and let things work there. Go towards that flying pigeon position with the right leg extended. If you're here in the flying pigeon, you still want as much of the hip opening on that outer left hip going on, good stretch, that you had before. Remembering also like form over challenge. We want to keep the form rather than the thing that seems harder. Go back, soles of both feet to the ground. Reach the hands to try to brush close to the heels. Have the feet maybe outer hip distance apart at the most. Try to point the toes straight ahead here. Bridge pose, lift the hips up. As you lift the hips, squeeze in the glutes. Remember that long side body? It's like the reverse of that here in terms of belly being up rather than down, but still, can you shrug your shoulders a little more towards the ears, interlace the hands underneath you so that you're really using the full length of your torso for this bridge pose. Push into your big toes. Push through the outer edge of your heels. Stay here in bridge pose. You can do little pulses if that helps. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down. Stretch the legs out. Pretend like you're doing a handstand, but we're lying on the mat here. So arms reach overhead, legs long. I feel like I forgot this. If you want to get that left leg stretch in, lift the left leg to the sky here, just straight leg. Maybe I didn't, but body was telling me this hamstring didn't get the same stretch. Lower it down. Completely open. Arms, legs much wider than the mat. Let yourself be. Close the eyes here for a moment. Take in the breath. Be in stillness. Be in release. And then make your way back up to a seated position. If it's safe for you, if it feels okay, sit back on your heels today. So you're in this thunderbolt position as we come back up. I've got one last thing for today. Keep your eyes closed or turned down. Turn palms up and out to the side. I want you to move slow at first, like you're doing cat and cow. Hands come in, pinkies to touch each time you're in cat pose. Wide out to the side each time you're in cow. Gaze low or close the eyes. And then speed this up. How much you speed it up is up to you. Here's the one time I'll say, let go of the form now and just move. Been experimenting with a few other classes out there on the interwebs. This heart clearing movement. At first I thought, that's silly. And then it really spoke to me. Slow to fast. Change the pace as you wish. Keep going though. Let go of any energy, thoughts, patterns that you don't need to bring into your day. Clear it out. This is that last moment prior to walking off the mat. Leave it here. Your day is open. Your day is for you. Four, 3, 2, 1. Hands down along your legs. Deepen the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bow in full gratitude to you, each other, this time on the yoga mat. Thank you. Namaste.